A busy weekend around Next Pro kicks off in the shadows of Charlotte. Matthews, North Carolina, our site for this Southeast Division clash between Crown Legacy and Huntsville City. Welcome inside the Sportsplex at Matthews alongside our Season Pass crew. I'm Jake Griffith. Glad to have you alongside us. Crown Legacy at the moment occupying the final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. 3 goals scored for Crown Legacy in 3 of their last 7 matches. Their offense has really picked up the pace, but they face a tough test today against a stingy Huntsville City defense. Back-to-back wins for Huntsville City, 3 wins in their last 4 contests for HCFC, who have allowed the second fewest goals against and the second fewest shots against. The last time these teams faced in June, they held Crown Legacy to just 3 shots on target. The starting 11 for Crown Legacy and head coach Gary Dicker rolling out a 4-4-2 formation. Just 2 changes across this 11, including Andre Subotic, who will get the start up front in the 2-striker approach for Dicker and company. Subotic came on in the second half against Chattanooga FC, ultimately scored what was the match-winning goal in 90+9 second-half stoppage time. Subotic, one of the better offensive players on this team, averaging 1.2 shots on target per 90 minutes. For Huntsville City and head coach Chris O'Neill, they counter with a 4-2-3-1 formation. 3 changes across this 11. Alune Ka, normally the single striker up front, picked up a knock in their win against Orlando City B. He will not play today. Gio Miglietti instead will start as that single striker, the 7th start of the season for Miglietti. Still looking for his first goal, asking a lot today is O'Neill and company of Miglietti, but his offensive quality very abundant. Spent 2 seasons at Tacoma Defiance, 14 career goals for Defiance. It's the final matchup of the regular season between these 2 Southeast Division rivals. The first 2 matchups of the year, a 1-1 draw in April, a 3-3 draw in June. It has been very tight in the previous contest. Crown Legacy and their coaching staff coming into this match, they feel like they have a good picture of how to break this Huntsville City side down, especially based on the way that last matchup when it was an 85th minute equalizer from Brian Romero, the 19-year-old forward. Crown Legacy ultimately picking up the extra point in the shootout victory. It was Huntsville City getting the extra point in the first shootout in that 1-1 draw back in April here in Matthews, North Carolina. Chris O'Neill and Huntsville City coming off that 4-0 victory against Orlando City B. O'Neill and company were very impressed with the way Huntsville were able to press OCB, regain the ball, especially in the Orlando City B half of the field, and that counter press will be something to keep an eye on if you're Crown Legacy and Gary Dicker. 8 counter-attacking goals this season for Huntsville City. However, it was Crown Legacy back in June who were able to use some of that Route 1 style of soccer to soften things up defensively for Huntsville City. Scoring twice on the counterattack. They got the scoring opened in the 12th minute. The aforementioned Andre Subotic able to take a blasted long ball feed over the top, pull it down, and slot it home. All set to go here inside the Mecklenburg Sports Complex. A dreary day in Matthews, North Carolina. Crown Legacy trying to put back-to-back wins together. It's wins in 2 of their last 3 contests. They've plucked a point in 4 of their last 5. The lone blemish in this recent form for Crown Legacy, the loss against Philadelphia Union 2. Relatively similar form for Huntsville City. 3 wins in their last 4, suffered a late loss at the hands of FC Cincinnati 2 and their manager Tyrone Marshall, an 85th minute winner on the road for the Garys in that contest. 3 wins, 1 draw, and a loss in the last 5 for Chris O'Neill's side. The goal is to try to peak at the right time heading into the playoffs, and both of these teams starting to do that. Joe Surgan is our center referee. He has both these teams set to go. Surgan sounds the whistle, and the final matchup of 2025 between Crown Legacy and Huntsville City is underway. Here in Matthews, North Carolina, for this match week 21 fixture. With our season pass team, Jake Griffith, glad to have you alongside us. It's Huntsville City in the white, Crown Legacy in the black. Quickly worked on over to Alan Carlton. The former Atlanta United man is Carlton. He has impressed not just his coaches, but Nashville SC first team coaches as well this season. 11 goal contributions for the attacking midfielder. And now here is Huntsville City, worked on ahead. It's Christian Kofi. Kofi shuffling back toward that end line. Still has support. Now it's Kofi threading it back inside. O'Brien's shot goes skipping high and out. Chantaru Odunze, the former winner of the MLS Next Pro Goalie Wars event at the MLS All-Star Game, getting a start today in net for Crown Legacy. First appearance of 2025, last played against Philadelphia Union 2 in last season's MLS Next Pro playoffs. That cleared out of play. Crown Legacy will have a throw-in. Legacy, the Charlotte FC affiliates, coming off the impressive 3-1 win against former Eastern Conference leaders Chattanooga FC, who have fallen on hard times as of late, still seeking their first win since late May. This Crown Legacy coaching staff said that because Chattanooga is an independent team, they're a little bit older. They play more of an aggressive style, less focus on solely developing players, like is the goal here at MLS Next Pro, and they can really air things out and go for it like a traditional professional team. They give you a different profile, aggressiveness, pressing, long throws, relentless attacking, and this Crown Legacy coaching staff felt like, especially considering they didn't play a physically imposing lineup in that contest, they were really proud of the way the team responded. Carlton flanked by Mayaka, he gives it up. That guided out across the far touchline, and Crown Legacy will have a throw. Lonnie Forbes, the former Super Draft selection in 2024 by Charlotte FC, throws it back into play. Huntsville showing that aggressiveness on this high press early on, keeping Miglietti and O'Brien high up the pitch, trying to force issues. Calm under the pressure though is Crown Legacy, and now trying to break out here. Mendoza tried to give it up, instead O'Brien steps in front, intercepts, can't straddle the stripe, and it's out for another throw to Crown Legacy. Trying to go forward with it, took a ricochet off the defender, and now we have a whistle from Joe Surgan. Our center referee this evening, he may have his hands full. The first two matchups of the season between Crown Legacy and Huntsville City, aggressive affairs. 14 combined cards in the last two games, 1 red. Doled out late to Huntsville City in that second matchup. 31 fouls combined in the April fixture, and ended 1-1. Steered up this near side, slipping it through is Ochegbu. Ochegbu trying to guide the man into space, and Dylan Singh. And instead, Eric Loda, who gets the start for the 10th time in 2025 for Huntsville, makes the grab. Similar profiles for these two Southeast Division foes, both aggressive, but now turning this into a counterattacking opportunity as Christian Kofi cuts back to the inside. Kofi guided out wide to Carlton. Reflex save by Odunze, and it's cleared away by Crown Legacy. Well struck by Alan Carlton. A good feed from Christian Kofi. An even better save, though, from Chitaru Odunze. Pressure still on here from Huntsville City. Up ahead, it's Kofi from distance, sailing that one high and out. Christian Kofi and Huntsville City getting active offensively early on. Their second shot, although this one sails high, but the chance from Alan Carlton that preceded that shot from Christian Kofi. Real thing of beauty on the build-up for Huntsville City. All set up by the distribution from Kofi, as Odunze now under some pressure here. Emergency clearance away. Not a deep enough clearance for Crown Legacy. Carlton on it, works it to the inside to Kofi, straightaway save by Odunze. 2 saves in the first 10 minutes for the North Carolina native. Carlton and Kofi, those two have been a terror so far early on. Asking real questions of this Crown Legacy back line. Countering is Huntsville City, and there's a whistle. Gio Miglietti, who we highlighted at the top of our broadcast, asking a lot of him today. Able to draw that foul, was the man who very nearly won it back on the counter. Just a bit too casual with the passing along the back there for Crown Legacy. With how aggressive Huntsville is, you cannot afford to have too many of those mistakes if you're Crown Legacy. And now Pep Casas stands over it. Inviting position here for Chris O'Neill's bunch. Casas doesn't make its way through the wall. Crown Legacy, though, can't clear it. O'Brien slips it through. And now jumping on top of it is Crown Legacy. Steered up ahead. Desperately seeking a whistle there was Adrian Mendoza, the 17-year-old. And he will get that whistle he was wanting from Joe Sergin. Ball booted forward. Mendoza able to put a right foot into it. There is a whistle. The flag did come up for offside. And play quickly back underway. Carlton, great first touch. He's taken down though. And we have another whistle from Joe Sergin. Sergin will usher Forbes over and have a chat with him right here in the center of your screen. Carlton trying to swing past Forbes. And just an errant hand comes up, and it's a little collision with the face of Alan Carlton. He is back to his feet, and play is back underway. Alonso carrying it on, trying to play Christian Kofi through. Deflected back to the feet of Miglietti. And his pass, same result, intercepted. Czechbu just able to keep it in on this near boundary line. Ahead they go. Here's Subotic. He'll turn this out wide, a foot race. Mendoza will run it down. Mendoza rolled in toward the byline. Trying to find Tony Daniels, still ricocheting around, and finally collapsing on top of it is Eric Loda. It was Huntsville City spending a lot of time in the opening minutes of Crown Legacy's defensive third, but Crown Legacy able to generate a good build-up there on that last approach. Christian Kofi taken down. That will draw another whistle. Pep Casas will put it back into play. A bit of a homecoming for Pep Casas, former UNC Wilmington midfielder at the collegiate level. 33 career appearances. The 2023 Coastal Athletic Association all-conference selection. That ball intercepted though. On it is Uchegbu on his left. Still Uchegbu, got it ahead to Subotic. Trying the combo play between those two, unsuccessful. Miglietti hounded into a turnover. And Eves Chiap will finally settle things back down. Koulibaly with it for Crown Legacy. Looked it ahead, Mendoza can't get to it. Rather that Dylan Singh. Crown Legacy with it on that far side. Turned over though in the midfield. One back by Miglietti. Defensive recovery by Crown Legacy. Rest defense will be so important this evening for Crown Legacy, trying to stymie this counterattack of Huntsville City. That time able to transition back very effectively. But here is Pep Casas on the left. Looking to play it ahead to Kofi. Nudged forward, it's Alonso. His cross blocked out. A corner won by Huntsville City. Alan Carlton will make the long trot over to this near flag. Huntsville City, they lead the league in corners, 5 corner goals this season. Carlton, in swinging ball to that back post, falling in front, Mayaka fires it high. Up to 6 shots now for Huntsville City. This one just volleying off the back of a defender, falling right to Philip Mayaka. They can't put it on frame. That is back down. We do have another whistle from Joe Sergen. There was a foul behind the play after the clearance forward. Chris O'Neill, and reflecting on that most recent matchup back in the middle of June against their Southeast Division foes, he said that he felt like the performance wasn't overall bad against Crown Legacy, who are on it again. Czechbu drives it toward goal. A straightaway save made by Loda. Whatever goal you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally. Ally, the official bank of Charlotte FC, Ally Bank, member FDIC. Both netminders now getting in on the action. Eric Loda recording his first save of the evening. 2 stops, less than 10 minutes in for Chitaru Odunze. Chegbu hounded on that near touchline. Sergen sounds the whistle, and a free kick quickly taken here by Crown Legacy. The defender and Carmichael slipped trying to clear it away. Legacy will have a throw in over on that far side, looking for options in on that throw. There's a bit of drizzle here falling in Matthews, North Carolina. Not expected to continue through the duration of this match, but it does change the way this contest is played. Any moisture on the pitch will speed things up just a little bit. Mayaka under duress, trying to go forward with it quickly. There's a poor pass back. It's intercepted by Crown Legacy. Up ahead, Ochegbu. Still Ochegbu. Now it's Subotic deflecting off the defender. Huntsville will finally clear it away. A frantic moment defensively for the visitors. Forward, wanting to find Uchegbu, who has been operating a lot in these wide spaces. Also generating opportunities offensively for Crown Legacy, who jumped in front of that pass from Huntsville City. Ultimately doesn't make its way through on a true test of Eric Loda. Change of possession will occur via the throw in. Distributes it forward. Here's Alonso with space. He'll cut this back across the field. Carlton now. Carlton, edge of the area. O'Brien now shifting around. Casas gives it up to Mayaka. And Huntsville City will reset things. Carmichael back ahead to Mayaka. Mayaka, former Crown Legacy man. Guided out wide. Here is Christian Kofi again on the left. Still Kofi. I'm going to slip it through Chegbu. But one back by Crown Legacy. Nearly 20 minutes in, both teams with 2 shots on target apiece, but still seeking that elusive first goal. That long pass out of the reach of Dylan Singh, and it's thrown back into play to Loda by Huntsville City. Dylan Singh, one of 4 different players who have scored this season against Huntsville City. Brian Romero, Andre Subotic, 2 of the others. On the move here is Huntsville City, led by Alonso. Guided out wide, it's Kofi, trying to cut it back to the inside. There's another whistle from Joe Sergen, and Huntsville City in an offside position. Gary Dicker and his coaching staff this week in training, and really during this most recent 5-6 match stretch, as Subotic will head this forward to Singh. Working back up to Subotic. They've really tried to hammer home the idea of wanting to get off on the right foot in matches, trying to score early and often. And now here they are knocking again. Uchegbu, still Uchegbu, lofted wide of goal and out for an Eric Loda goal clearance. Uchegbu, already 10 touches, 2 shots. He's been providing so much width on this right-hand flank early on for Crown Legacy. 8 goal contributions on the season, averaging almost 3 shots per 90 minutes. That width has been so advantageous at times for Crown Legacy when they get expansive in their builds, especially when they're able to utilize those switching passes and really put a lot of pressure on a team. Offside flag stays down. This worked over to Christian Kofi. Kofi muscled down, and it's a free kick. A yellow as well to add insult to injury for Crown Legacy. Christian Kofi so adept at drawing fouls, winning set pieces, winning penalties. He does it again. It's one of the areas that this Huntsville City coaching staff feels like Christian Kofi has really grown in as the season has gone on. That willingness to not just rely on himself, but play the ball forward, then go run in behind, trying to get in behind that last line of defense as Koulibaly's shown yellow. Carlton and Casas over it. It'll be Carlton! Ricocheted off the wall. Miglietti can't take the touch. Ball ends up carrying high on Miglietti, and there is a whistle for a stoppage. Building here is Crown Legacy. Have to reset things. Now up ahead, it's Uchegbu again. Uchegbu holds for support. Now knifing inside, rolls it back down this near alley. Singh, the cross from Chayap cut out. Way to go for Huntsville City right now to be clear of danger. That whipped away, but headed back down by Crown Legacy. Carlton able to weave out of a crowd. Now Casas will give it back to Barrett. Alonso up ahead, finding Miglietti. Carlton now with options. Alonso plays it centrally. Here's Kofi, back to Carlton. Dodges one challenge, slipped inside from Miglietti, and Dunze will scoop it up off the natural grass. Miscommunication between teammates for Crown Legacy. They'll stay in this end of things as Huntsville City will have another opportunity. Alonso will throw it in, trying to find Miyaka. At Atrium Health, we don't just treat part of you, we treat all of you so you can enjoy those winning moments that matter. Atrium Health, the official healthcare partner of Charlotte FC. Closing in on that half-hour mark played. Huntsville City, they've had the lion's share of the possession so far, 54%. Trying to capitalize on that advantage in possession. Slipped over to Kofi. Kofi shuffling toward that end line. One back by Chegbu and company. Back down toward Casas. Now O'Brien. Carlton to Kofi. Touched inside, trying to find O'Brien. Good recovery defensively to step in front. That interception crucial for Crown Legacy to deny Ethan O'Brien and Huntsville City another opportunity to get a shot off. Steered out wide, here's Chayap. We'll slow things up and wait for support. The Chegbu goes down. Official says no foul. Another tough pass along the back for Huntsville. Down goes Subotic. And a card will come out of the pocket of Joe Surgan. They haven't made many mistakes, but now a trend that is developing. We've seen some issues distributing out of the back, playing out of the back for Huntsville in this first half. It's Zach Barrett going into the book, and this gives Crown Legacy a chance on a set piece. An area that Gary Dicker and company have challenged their team to be more aggressive on their services, want to be more of a dominant set-piece team. 4 free kick goals this season. It's Mendoza over it. Mendoza drives it high and out of play. Quickly steered ahead. Now another whistle will sound from Joe Surgan. A red card will come out of the pocket of our center referee. It's a straight red, and Crown Legacy will play down a man for the duration of this contest. Keep in mind the rule in MLS Next Pro beginning this season, the captain rule, as Crown Legacy flanking Joe Surgan. Crown Legacy have to be careful. You see it there on the left side of your screen. Miglietti taken down in a transitional moment. A straight red shown to Osane Odrago.
Legacy in the 28th minute. Number 54, Asan Udrago.
A massive loss for Gary Dicker and company, not just because they'll play down a man for the final 60 minutes and change of this contest, but Odrago, he started 12 matches this season, played almost 1,000 minutes, one of the most accurate passers on this team. Just shy of 53 passes completed per match this season. The complexion of this contest quickly changed. Blake Bowen with it. Now Casas. Casas will lift this in behind Alonso. The greatest of first touches, but still steps inside. Plays it central, deflected. O'Brien will run it down as it falls out the other side. Huntsville will go back to the well. Kofi slides this through. Cleared away. Headed back down, though, by Zach Barrett. This pressure starting to build for Huntsville. Carlton slips it forward, looking for Miglietti. He couldn't locate the ball. Carmichael tries to help it back along. Crown Legacy will have a throw in. Kofi plays it back ahead, now cut inside to Carlton. Carlton at the end line tries to cross. Took a deflection on its way out, but official says goal clearance awarded to Chitaru Odunze. Now Jack Neely captaining this Crown Legacy side, having words with Joe Surgan. It has been a contentious 31, almost 32 minutes for this contest so far. 8 combined fouls. We've already seen 3 cards handed out, including a straight red to Asane Odragu. Miglietti will head that one back down. And dumped clear by Chiap. On the move here is Subotic and company, countering. Subotic waits. Mendoza, still Mendoza! Shot blocked. Textbook defending from Huntsville City. Able to pick their spot when going to ground is Pep Casas. Waited, stayed on that inside shoulder. And was able to block that shot away. Up back along from Mayaka forward. Here's Ethan O'Brien, former Notre Dame Fighting Irishman, leading the charge. Pass just behind Kofi. Carlton picks it up. Carlton shot, skipping wide off a block, and it's another corner won by Huntsville. The second corner of the day so far for Huntsville City, as Alan Carlton will be the trigger man again. They play the short option in. Alonso, second ball served in, headed toward goal, deflecting around. O'Brien can't strike it. Thrown back in and lobbed back ahead by Alonso to Kofi. Carmichael now, 50th overall selection. MLS Super Draft by Nashville SC. Kofi, hold up play, guided ahead, Miglietti. Kofi steers it out wide. It's Alonso. Now to Carlton, who finds Mayaka. Carlton, ahead to O'Brien. Now back out wide, Alonso, his service, thumped clear by Chiap. Legacy able to keep that from going out for a corner. Kofi, though, with the interception. Here's Kofi, knifing inside, tries to center, deflected, back to Carlton, who will play that out for a goal kick. Huntsville City continuing to find little options, little passes to soften things up defensively. Sure, it helps that they're up a man, but that passing has been so crisp. 91% pass accuracy so far. And the way they've been able to move this ball around, even before Ouedraogo was sent off on the red card, it was pulling players out of position for Crown Legacy and causing a lot of hectic moments defensively. It's been one-way traffic in this contest for large stretches. Carlton will turn this out wide. Mayaka gets it back. Now here's Ethan O'Brien to Pep Casas. Casas knifing through defenders, looking to give it back off to Casas. Mayaka now. Carmichael ahead, it's Mayaka. Hesitates, looking for an option. Now back to Barrett. The combo play, Carlton thumps it ahead, trying to find Kofi. Knocked out of play for the third corner of the day to Huntsville City. Carlton will service this in from the near flag. 5 corner goals this season for Chris O'Neill's team. Carlton whips this in, promptly headed away. Christian Kofi will let that roll out for a throw-in. Alan Carlton's created so much so far. Taking all 3 corners, up to 30 touches, 4 shots. Had a brace earlier this year against Crown Legacy. 7 shots, 3 chances created combined in 2 games this season. Too heavy of a touch from Kofi. Falls back to Barrett though. Miglietti stands up across, looping through. It falls in front and settled into the possession of Odunze. Intercepted, telegraph pass, Casas countering, back to Casas from Carlton, slipped through, Kofi, it's in! It took almost 40 minutes, but Huntsville City, they have the man advantage and they have the lead in the rain in Matthews, 1-0. You could feel it coming since that red card. Huntsville City continuing to ask questions, and it's on a textbook counter-attacking opportunity. That's been their bread and butter all season long. Capitalizing on a turnover, and Christian Kofi doing the rest. This Huntsville City coaching staff has lauded the performances time and time again of Christian Kofi. Feeling like these last few weeks, these last few months, really evolving into that complete player. The willingness to play the ball ahead, go run in behind, not just relying on himself, but really trusting his teammates and finding ways to break lines. Four of Huntsville's 5 goals now scored this season against Crown Legacy have come in the first half. Now looking for more as Carlton has it. Nudges this one out wide to Blake Bowen. mentioned Alan Carlton picking up the assist on that goal, his 6th of the season. And now Carlton at his feet, gives it up to O'Brien. Here's Casas. Kofi gives it back up to Pep Casas. Mayaka. Carlton with the dummy. Trying to find Mayaka again. Dylan Singh taken down, and that will draw a whistle from Joe Surgan. Alan Carlton and Christian Kofi, those two have been a force to be reckoned with so far. The way they've been able to combine, unlock things in this contest for Huntsville City. They can create a bevy of chances so far for Chris O'Neill's side. Carlton was back on June 28th. He made his MLS debut against DC United, played 14 minutes, becoming the first ever Huntsville City player to appear in an MLS match for Nashville SC. Mayaka will give it up to Alan Carlton. Carlton, what a ball rolled in behind. Kofi cuts it back. Carlton, it's blocked. Falls back out wide. Mayaka can't take the touch, and now Casas whistles it wide of the far post. This offense for Huntsville City has not slowed down since the opening whistle. The visitors from the Space City have shot out of a rocket in this first half. And Pep Casas adding to their shot total, now 14 in this contest. Crown Legacy, though, here they are on the move. They turn this upfield. It's Ochegbu. Ochegbu, edge of the area. Back to Mendoza. Dandel cycles this around. The Charlotte Academy a man. Subotic steers past Blake Bowen, cuts it back. Subotic lofts it in, cleared away. Zach Barrett got a foot to it. An opportunity to transition into the attack for Huntsville. Foot race for Miglietti. Trying to swing past Chiap and cannot. O'Brien gets past two defenders. O'Brien on the right now. Surveys. Tries to leave it off for Mayaka. Not enough weight behind that ball. And countering here is Crown Legacy and Adrian Mendoza. Subotic shuffles this out wide. Koulibaly. Back to Mendoza. There's no quit in this Crown Legacy side, playing down a man since that 29th minute red. Shown to Asane Odrago. There's Ochegbu operating on the left. Ochegbu crosses it in. Falls through the other side. Koulibaly, though, able to tightrope that touchline and keep it in play. Forbes up to Ochegbu, looping pass ahead, and Eric Loda will let it roll to his feet. That relentless mindset of Crown Legacy, something that Chris O'Neill talked about this week. He said this Crown Legacy team just does not quit. No matter what the situation is, they always believe they're in the game. That tenacity is part of the culture here at Crown Legacy, in the words of their head coach, Gary Dicker. And Chris O'Neill, one of the messages to his team coming in to this contest was that they must always be aware of that mentality. They cannot afford at any moment to take their foot off the pedal. They have not done it so far, and here they are again. Alonso over to Kofi. Wanted to lay that back off out wide, ultimately deflected off the boots of Adrian Mendoza. Now in Carlton will trot over. He'll have another corner for Huntsville City.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of
Just
stoppage
2 minutes of added time at the end of this first 45. Carlton plays the short option into Casas. Kofi cycles this around. Alonso from distance, it's blocked. There's Huntsville again attacking as Blake Bowen will carry it along. Mayaka plays it centrally. Here's Carlton. They'll try their hand from this near side. "15 shots for Huntsville City so far in this first half. 3 have gone on target. Casas will step into this. Mayaka threads it forward out of the reach of O'Brien. O'Brien, though, will jump back on it. Another turnover in the back for Crown Legacy. Lofted ahead, Alonso. Played back through, looking for Kofi, cleared away. Back over the top, Kofi able to take the touch, but Odunze jumps on it to rob Kofi of the opportunity. Sergen sounds the whistle, and it's the halftime break. 1-0 is our score at the half. MLS All-Star Week started with goalie wars, and we rounded out Match Week 20 with the Next Pro Invitational. Let's look back with the report.
We're coming to you from beautiful sunny Austin, Texas, where MLS Next Pro has seen its biggest impact yet on the MLS All-Star stage. This is the latest edition of The Report. I'm Michelle Montaigne alongside April Marie Aguilar. And April Marie, the biggest stars in all of North America have descended here in Austin, Texas for the 2025 MLS All-Star Game, where the 2025 MLS All-Stars face off against the best players from Liga MX.
That's right, Michelle. And for Major League Soccer's 30th season, its developmental league has had more of an influence than ever, with the record 4 MLS Next Pro alumni named to the All-Star roster. The 2025 MLS All-Star Game lit up Q2 Stadium in Austin as the MLS All-Stars took down Liga MX with a 3-1 win in front of over 20,000 fans. MLS Next Pro alumni Alex Freeman, Diego Luna, and Max Arston all made their MLS All-Star debuts in the second half. We caught up with Alex Freeman to get his thoughts on his All-Star debut.
Oh, I feel like, we had a very nice crowd, very nice facility. I feel like it's something that, I got to be grateful for. Being able to someone to pitch an All-Star game, represent Orlando, something I dreamed of. Obviously I didn't expect it to happen so quick, but I'm very excited, very grateful, like I said. But yeah, good to be able to step in front with a lot of experienced players, so very happy.
It's been quite a year for these MLS Next Pro alumni. Diego Luna and Max Arston have already matched their career highs for goals at the midway point of the season. And Alex Freeman has had a breakout year with 4 goals for Orlando City SC. Patrick Ajamang was named to the All-Stars team, but a week before the game, he was transferred to Derby County of the English Championship. He leaves as the second highest goal scorer in Charlotte FC history. started as an unconventional competition at the 2001 MLS All-Star Game. And since then, it's become a fan favorite and a staple of All-Star.
This is the third straight year that MLS Next Pro goalkeepers have competed in Goalie Wars at the MLS All-Star Skills Challenge presented by AT&T. This year, 4 new goalkeepers are competing and vying for this custom-made championship belt. The night began with the semifinal showdown between Houston Dynamo 2's Pedro Cruz and Toronto FC 2's Adisa de Rosario. Cruz wasted no time setting the tone, and it was a Dynamo dose domination from the get-go. Pedro Cruz would go on to win by 5-1 to move on to the final. On the other side of the bracket, Orlando City B's Carlos Mercado took on Chattanooga FC's Eldin Jakupovic. It was the Orlando keeper who broke the deadlock and sealed his victory in dramatic fashion, scoring the bonus 2-point ball at the buzzer to clinch his spot in the final. So, after a well-earned break, it was Cruz and Mercado vying for the champion belt. Their match ended up being a nail-biter, but it was the Brazilian goalkeeper that came out on top, winning a close final by 4-3.
Yo estoy muy contento con la conquista de hoy, una conquista que yo quería mucho, una conquista muy importante para mí y para mi carrera. Para yo llegar aquí, yo pasé por muchas cosas, yo no pasé por dificultades, pero pasé por grandes aprobaciones de Dios, entonces tienes que seguir firme, tienes que trabajar, porque si tú trabajas, tú vas a llegar. Entonces, es contento.
So, the belt is staying in the Lone Star State. Congratulations to Pedro Cruz on becoming the 3rd Goalie Wars champion since its return, joining Isaac Walker in 2023 and Chituru Odunze just last year.
Kenzie puts it in, and the touch on the far side in the opening goal. Eisenberg comes out wide now. He floats this one and deflected. Second chance, and it's off the keeper.
And they've definitely settled a little bit. There's another great ball through.
And the opportunity, and it's popped over and in. 1v1 opportunity here for the East. In on goal, and we've got an equalizer. Sullivan steps up, and he slots it home. Gavin Sullivan puts it in the back of the net. The MLS Next MVP and Golden Boot winner. He puts it in the back of the net and seals the victory for the Eastern Conference.
At this time last year, Gavin Sullivan was the MVP of the MLS Next All-Star Game. Since then, he's gone on to history in Major League Soccer. On July 5th, he became the 2nd youngest player ever to start a game.
Yeah, and he really is just a perfect example of how the MLS Next All-Star Game showcases both potential and performance. In fact, of the 44 players selected to this year's All-Star rosters, over half of them either signed a homegrown deal or appeared in MLS Next Pro at some point. The 4th annual MLS Next All-Star Game was a thriller, won by the East All-Stars 4-3. After going into halftime tied at 1, both teams traded goals in the second half, with Prince 4-4 of Columbus Crew 2 putting home a rebound to give the East a 3-2 lead in the 76th minute. Later in the 83rd, Tyler Brown of Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2 beat the onrushing goalkeeper to a through ball and walked it in to equalize. The deciding goal came just 2 minutes later on a penalty kick by Philadelphia Union 2's Jameer Johnson. And the king of the All-Star Game was Prince 4-4, who took home the MVP honors.
I mean, I'm really happy right now. I'll say a big shout out to the East team. You know, I think we played really well together. We followed and trusted and did the work, you know, was able to come out with the victory.
And then what does that say just about your teammates and the trust that they have in you to go out there and perform the way that you do?
I mean, it's quite amazing, you know, because these guys we met a couple of days ago, and, you know, it seemed like we really bonded really well and was able to have that great chemistry, so it was great.
And what can we expect from you here and on forward?
I'll say I'll just keep pushing myself, you know, try to break into Crew 2, get more minutes, you know, and just keep pushing myself to the next level.
About 65% of former MLS Next All-Stars have signed professional contracts. Here are some of the more than 30 former All-Stars who have gone on to compete in MLS Next Pro and then Major League Soccer just this season, completing the player pathway. Before we move on to the second half of the season, here's the top goals of the first half.
So now Kidd to McKenna. Wow! What a banger! Gabriel McKenna with a masterful shot. Out of nothing. Gabriel McKenna picks his head up. Canetti. Nziengo. Glory Nziengo. Wow! Oh ho ho! Glory Nziengo with the goal. And that breaks the deadlock. Bolt behind it. Sarver sends it in. Ball is there. Oh my! An absolute golazo! 1 goal lead. Spectacular.
Colin Welsh getting the start in goal today for St. Louis City 2. His 5th start of 2025 for the rookie out of Western Michigan. Hernandez has a hit from distance. Are you serious? Saw the keeper off his line. Welsh hovering around the top of the 18.
Joyner shoots. Whoa! Makai Joyner is out of his mind. Off this first ball, Joyner takes 1 touch and with burns off his line, that's just enough space for a spectacular shot.
This weekend marks the 4th annual MLS Next Pro Invitational and the second matchup between champion and campeón. Last year, 2023 MLS Next Pro champions Austin FC2 defeated Liga Expansión MX champions Cancun FC, becoming the first Next Pro team to beat a team from Mexico. Defending MLS Next Pro champions North Texas SC will look to follow in Austin FC2's footsteps when they take on Club Deportivo Tapatío from Liga Expansión MX. You can catch it all Saturday, July 26 at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central on MLSNextPro.com. Here's what else we're looking forward to. Sunday, October 5th is Decision Day, a full slate of games to determine playoff positioning on the last day of the regular season. That's followed by the 3rd annual Pick Your Opponent, which will determine the playoff matchups for the first 2 rounds. The playoffs themselves, well, those start the weekend of October 17th, culminating with the MLS Next Pro Cup on the weekend of November 7th.
Well, there is still a lot more soccer to be played between now and then, and there was certainly a lot of fun had all throughout the MLS All-Star Week festivities, especially at Goalie Wars.
That's right, Michelle. Let me tell you, it was my first All-Star Week, and it was a memorable one.
I remember my first time, and I'm glad it was so much fun. I'm glad you got to experience it here in my home state of Texas. She felt that Lone Star State hospitality. That will do it, though, for us for this episode of The Report.
That's right. Be sure to tune in to the next episode for the latest around MLS Next Pro. We'll catch you guys next time. Adios. They say everything is bigger in Texas, and that in fact is true, my friends, as North Texas SC walks away with the MLS Next Pro Invitational Trophy. I'm April Marie Aguilar. North Texas SC started off hot with Pedrinho scoring a brace in the first 25 minutes of the match. Tapatío responded with a golazo, taking us into the half 2-1. But the match didn't end there. Why? Because in the second half, Tariq Scott iced the game with the 3rd goal for North Texas, securing the Invitational Trophy. We had the opportunity to catch up with the MVP, Pedrinho, after the game.
I work for this. I come to play for this. I was playing for first team and some things happened. But I asked if I can play this game because I love play final. and that's it. My work done.
It's a privilege to play against Chivas' second team, Tapatio. It's great for our players, our young players, to continue to grow and show that, you know, America's not afraid of anybody anymore. We can fight, we can compete, we can play, and it's really important for us to play these games. So thanks so much to MLS Next Pro for putting this game on, and obviously congratulations to Tapatio for winning their championship in Mexico. But I think we showed tonight we were the better team.
It's not just about who wears the armband, it's about 11 guys on the field, coming off the bench, whoever it may be. So I'm a leader, but so is everyone else, you know? I'm just fortunate enough to wear the armband.
All right, well, that does it for this year's MLS Next Pro Invitational. I'm April Marie Aguilar. We'll catch you guys next time. Adios.
A low-scoring affair through 45 minutes of play between Crown Legacy and Huntsville City. 1-0 to the visitors, Huntsville City, as we catch you up with our halftime highlights. The offense coming early and often in terms of chance creation for Alan Carlton and company. 2 saves in the first 10 minutes for Chitaro Udunze. The foul against Ethan O'Brien, ultimately results in a straight red shown to Asane Odrago in the 29th minute, and Crown Legacy would be forced to play down a man for the duration of this contest. Off the turnover, Casas able to slip it through. Pulling the strings is Christian Kofi. Absolutely brilliant near the penalty spot for Kofi's 9th goal of the season. 12 goal contributions on the campaign. They almost doubled the advantage late in the half. Carlton shot blocked. And then stepping into one was Casas as that goes whistling wide of the far post. It would ultimately come to an end 1-0 through 45 minutes of play as we show you our halftime stats. Very easily could be 2 or 3-0. Huntsville City, even prior to the red card against Crown Legacy, we're asking significant questions. And defensively, the shape of Huntsville City, the way they've maintained it, that defensive rigidness has just taken Crown Legacy out of their comfort zone, held to just 1 shot on target in those first 45 minutes. Meanwhile, Huntsville City blocking 7 shots as well as we take a look at our upcoming schedule around the league. A busy Sunday on the docket. Sporting Kansas City, Austin FC 2, Columbus Crew will take on Chicago Fire. At Philadelphia Union 2, FC Cincinnati 2 match should be a real treat. Philadelphia Union 2 suffering a rare setback at the hands of Carolina Core this week. Just their 2nd loss of the season. Meanwhile, FC Cincinnati 2, since a tough start, they've really heated up. A club record, 8 matches unbeaten for Tyrone Marshall's team. Back inside the Mecklenburg Sports Complex here in Matthews, North Carolina. It's just a 1-goal game through 45 minutes of play. Despite the gaudy offensive numbers for Huntsville City, have not been able to capitalize and produce more than just 1 goal, as they have that slim lead over their Southeast Division rivals, Crown Legacy. Huntsville, they've been so good away from home this season. 4 wins, earned points in 6 road matches this season. Joe Sergen sounds the whistle. We're back underway, and it's promptly thumped all the way back down. Shop local, shop smart. Rugs.com, proud sponsor of Crown Legacy FC. Visit us today and bring home a winning look. Rugs.com, where every home goal starts with the perfect rug. Crown Legacy desperately seeking a home goal here inside the Mecklenburg Sports Complex. But it's Christian Kofi and Huntsville City on the attack again. Slipped through to Carlton. Mayaka will pick the pieces up. Casas trying to shake free of Ochekbu and cannot. Carmichael will try their hand down this right channel now. Mayaka inside. Two changes at the break for Crown Legacy, one of those being Wyatt Holt on the pitch now. This service whipped behind the net and out for an Udunze goal kick. Fasha Berchamas with it now. Berchamas cuts to his right. A stop made by Eric Loda. Berchamas, the other of the two changes made by Gary Dicker and company coming out of the halftime intermission. Ahead to Blake Bowen. Now Mayaka. Casas now off the feed from Carmichael. He'll funnel it back down to Bowen. Bowen's cross blocked out. Defender right in front of him, and Forbes. And it's out. Another corner coming for Huntsville. Fifth corner of the day. They quickly take it, and it's into Casas. Bowen's cross right into the midst of Odunze. Distribution ahead. Berchamas trying to run that down. It's out of his reach, and it's out for a Huntsville throw-in. Kofi will funnel this back along. Now Carmichael will switch it over to this near side. Left off for Mayaka. Gives it up. Here's Bowen. Alonso muscled off the ball, pouncing on it is Ochegbu. Ochegbu trying to turn this into a counter. Ochegbu tripped up. Another card out of the pocket of Joe Sergin. First card since that 29th minute when Udragu was shown a straight red. That now the fourth booking of the evening.
A yellow card has been issued to Huntsville City in the
right in the center of your screen. It's Ochegbu trying to push that ball forward with pace. Alonso playing catch up and muscling Emmanuel Ochegbu down. There's Berchamas, the second half substitute over it. U.S. Youth National Teamers than Fasha Berchamas, who puts it back into play. Ochegbu knifing inside. Ochegbu from distance, parried away. Another stop by Eric Loda, his third of the evening, and it's out for a corner. Just casual initially from Emmanuel Ochegbu, then turns the Jets on. Steps inside shoulder on Alan Carlton. A real test of Eric Loda. Berchamas swings this out. Singh nods it toward goal. Collides with a teammate. Second ball served back in. And fiddled wide ultimately. It does go out for a corner, so says Joe Sergen, much to the dismay of Zach Barrett. Consecutive corners now for Crown Legacy, who did score off a corner earlier this year against Huntsville. Chegbu gives it up. Berchamas whips this ball in. Miglietti has to thump it out of play. A bright start here to the second half for Crown Legacy. That relentless belief, that tenacity, feeling like they're always in contest, a core pillar of what Gary Dicker has tried to establish this season with Crown Legacy. And right now, since the half turned over to the second 45, they have been the team more often on the attack. As this worked up ahead, it's Uchegbu. Just to cut it back, tightly defended, and Uchegbu ultimately takes the Huntsville City man down with him. Ahead to O'Brien, has to double back to Blake Bowen. Former Pac-12 second team selection during Bowen's time collegiately with San Diego State. Much like his teammate Gio Miglietti, coming over from Tacoma Defiance. 25 appearances for Defiance in the 2023 season for Blake Bowen, who gives it up to Carmichael. Blake Bowen's been an important piece, that offseason acquisition. 16th start he's made today of 2025. Captaining this team on this right-hand channel as Blake Bowen gives it up to O'Brien. This Huntsville City side, they've really made a point rather, coming into this season as that cleared away for the possession of Christian Kofi. They wanted to reshape the roster. Chris O'Neill has talked so much this season about how the organizational synergy now with BJ Callahan coming over as the Nashville SC first team head coach has really set the stage for what they call in the organization Nashville 2.0. It's trickled all the way down through every level, whether it's the academy here on this Next Pro side, all the way up to the first team, which Nashville are having an incredible MLS campaign. Here's Huntsville with it. Alonso at the byline, whips this ball in. Skips past Carlton, helped back along to Miglietti. Miglietti lays it off, it's Bowen. Well-timed challenge. Carlton keeps the pressure on. Too casual of a pass though, and Singh able to intercept. Ultimately one back for a throw-in to Crown Legacy. Forbes tries to whip that ball forward, ultimately drives it out of play. Change of possession will occur via the throw-in from Blake Bowen. Switching pass to this near side, it's Bowen who will pull it in. Bowen tries to lift it over the top. Left it a bit short, and now Berchamas ridden down. Cards will stay in the pocket of Joe Sergen, who has doled out plenty today. And Fasha Berchamas will work his way back to his feet. Berchamas, the second half change 6 appearances so far this season. Does have a goal contribution, an assist. Continuing to work his way back to complete and full fitness after suffering the injury last season. 21 appearances, 6 goals for Crown Legacy. Getting a player with the quality and the caliber of Nefasha Berchimas back for Gary Dicker and company, so important to any future success. There's the aforementioned Berchimas now hounding Blake Bowen there at the bottom of your screen. Has to give it up to Carmichael. Fired ahead by Carmichael, back to Bowen. Funneled out wide again, this time on the far side. Kofi, his cross headed away. Back ahead, Bowen. Still Bowen, stepping inside, official points to the spot. It's a penalty awarded. It hasn't been easy for Huntsville City's offense in this second half. Crown Legacy have been so organized defensively. Blake Bowen, though, able to take a step inside on Jelani Forbes, setting Gio Miglietti up with a penalty opportunity. As a team this season, Huntsville City converting from the spot at a 67% clip. 4 penalty goals scored in 2025 for Chris O'Neill's team. It's Gio Miglietti at the spot. A chance to double the lead. Miglietti stopped by Odunze. The rebound fired in by Carlton. Advantage doubled for Huntsville on the road, and it's a 2-goal contribution day for Alan Carlton. A goal to go along with his assist. A fantastic initial save by Chitaru Odunze, denying Gio Miglietti. Who else, though, but Alan Carlton. Just such a nose for goal, able to find ways time and again to get himself and Huntsville City on the score sheet. It's not just his Huntsville City coaches who have taken notice of the performance. BJ Callahan, first team manager for Nashville SC. Earlier this year, he said he's come into the Nashville training environment, a player very comfortable on the ball, a young player who wants the ball. Callahan saying he was proud of Carlton's efforts after his MLS debut.
Crown Legacy substitution in the 60th minute, leaving the match number 40, Jelani Forbes. Entering the match number 99.
A whole host of changes made by both teams. 2 for
also a
Huntsville City. Gunnar Studenhoff will come on, and Tyshawn Rose will also trot on. 1 change made by Gary Dicker and Crown Legacy, as Daniel Moore will make his 14th appearance of the season. Carlton shining again on this soggy Saturday in North Carolina. The last time these teams met in June, he was the highest rated player on the pitch. This thumped forward. Fine gunner Studenhoff, left off for O'Brien, and finally cleared away by Crown Legacy's captain, Jack Neely. Berchamas, though, trying to push the pace. Here's a whistle from Joe Surgan. We'll give it up, former Charlotte 49er. He and Brian Edwards, the Crown Legacy goalkeeper coach, share a history in that regard. Brian Edwards worked for Charlotte 49ers head coach Kevin Langan for so many years. Now here's another whistle. An ill-timed challenge, and tripped up was by Koulibaly for Crown Legacy. It's a yellow shown to Ethan O'Brien. Cards all around in this fixture. There's O'Brien there on the left side of your screen. Tried to get a piece of the ball, and instead grabbed a piece of the ankle of Koulibaly. Four yellows combined, 5 total cards handed out by Joe Surgan. Berchamas stands over it for Crown Legacy. Berchamas drives it in, skipping around in front of Moore. Koulibaly serves it out wide. Lofted in, headed away by Carmichael, and out. Whatever goal you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally. Ally, the official bank of Charlotte FC. Ally Bank, member FDIC. Goal in each half so far for Huntsville City. Second half goal provided by Alan Carlton, a 2-goal contribution day. Had the assist on the Christian Kofi goal back in that first half. The independent outlet 615 soccer that covers Nashville SC and this Huntsville City side so religiously. Ben Wright and company doing a great job with their coverage of these clubs. They wrote an article back at the beginning of July, a deep dive into Alan Carlton and how he has got to this point in his career and the way he's been able to capitalize on his opportunity. Such a fascinating read. Carlton, such a driven young player. This worked along to the outside. We do have a whistle. Tyshawn Rose whistled for a foul. Aforementioned article talking about the progression of Alan Carlton. One of the things it discusses is how BJ Callahan, after that MLS debut, talked a lot about Carlton's vision and how he was an important contributor in that match against DC United. Have to expect, if Carlton continues to put performances up like this, he might start to become more of a featured face in that first team roster. Berchamas trying to swing past Ethan O'Brien, unable to. Bowen looking to lead. Studenhoff in behind and does. Studenhoff turns back in front, just out of the reach of Carlton. Entering now is Crown Legacy. Berchmas gives it up to Koulibaly. Uchegbu now on that right flank. Under duress is Zach Barrett, former Vermont Catamount. They're going to clear it away is Huntsville City. Berchmas steps back to the inside, elects to give it up. Funneled back ahead, here's Daniel Moore. Moore cuts it central, cleared away. Still free, one back by Koulibaly. And Daniel gives it up. Here's Uchegbu out wide again. Doubling up Uchegbu. This ball fired in right at the feet of Mayaka. Mayaka looking to release it forward to Kofi. Studenhoff charging back into the run of play. Here's Kofi. Still Kofi! 3-0! He makes it look easy. Christian Kofi has a brace. And Huntsville City have opened things up on the road.
Huntsville City goal.
Such a pure goal scorer as the former Chicago Fire two-man. The little stutter cutting back to the outside. Pure quality and class from Christian Kofi. Part of that praise that Chris O'Neill had heaped on Christian Kofi this week about his desire to run in behind the play. It's been on display all evening long. That no better example of it. Breathing room for Huntsville City in this second half against their Southeast Division rivals. Two more changes for Huntsville City. Moises Feliz and Damian Barker-John will both trot on. A 3-0 lead for Huntsville City. Studenhoff carrying it back forward, knocked out of play by Wyatt Holt, a fellow second half change for Crown Legacy. And it will be a corner one by Huntsville City. Sixth corner of the evening. Pep Casas will pull the strings on this set piece. Casas hits this back post, headed away by Crown Legacy. Falls back to Christian Kofi though. Barker-John peels this one back, trying to shift free of Daniel Moore, unable to. Doing a good job of sticking right with Damian Barker-John, but piece is picked up by Barker-John in the midfield. That's really where it's all started today for Huntsville City. As good as they've been in terms of generating offensive chances, they've really set the tone, controlled this match by the way they have controlled the midfield. The stats tell the full story. Crown Legacy, they've only completed 81 passes in the opposition half of things, compared to 283 for Huntsville City, who are on it again. Slid through out of the reach of Kofi. Jumping in front of the pass as Mayaka, shot is blocked. Belize sets it back up. Here's Rose. Give and go, back to Rose, cuts it central. Hacked away again by Crown Legacy for a clearance. Bowen tries to hand it off to Barker John. Bunching up there a little bit was Huntsville City on that right-hand side. Rose will carry it ahead, ultimately gives it up to Christian Kofi. 2 goals today for Christian Kofi. Kofi has to step back inside, rolling around, out of the reach of Studenhoft and cleared away. Barker John out wide. Here's Bowen. Loop it back through to Damian Barker John. Intercepted by Crown Legacy, but they can't clear the lines. Mayaka with it. Now Belize gets it back from Barker John. Here's Belize. Barker John in front, 4-0. Liquid football for Huntsville City on the road, and Damian Barker John joins the party. A great setup from Barker John, slides it through, finding Belize. This is just textbook off the training ground type stuff for Huntsville City. Continuing to find openings in this shorthanded back line of Crown Legacy. Barker John gets his 2nd of the season. One of the things that Chris O'Neill hammered home heading into this week's fixture was the idea that over the last few weeks offensively, Huntsville City, they had been discussing different ways to get the ball into the 18, get it inside that assist zone, finding areas where they want to create space, connecting passes, IDing mainly that channel between the 18 and the 6-yard boxes. That was an area that he felt like they had really excelled in against Orlando City B. And those inside channels have been so beneficial today for Huntsville City. They do it again off a setup on an inside channel. Is this lifted over the top, looking for Ochegbu, but the flag comes up for offside.
A double substitution for Crown Legacy. Leaving the match was 55, Faye Koulibaly. Entering the match was 41, Brian Romero. Also leaving the match was number 95, Simon Tony Dandel. And entering the match was number 79, Sebastian Ventura.
Both teams continuing to cycle through changes. Brian Romero, Sebastian Ventura coming on moments ago for Crown Legacy. Meanwhile, Real Gil coming on for Huntsville City.
Huntsville City substitution as well in the 77th minute. Leaving the match was number 10, Christian Coffey, and entering the match was number 11, Real Gil.
Bowen with the throw in. Carmichael will loft it back ahead. it wasn't just for Huntsville City a focus on ways to get the ball into more dangerous scoring opportunities. Chris O'Neill, for the last month of matches, especially ahead of that Columbus Crew fixture that they won, made a real effort to start defending again with a purpose, defending with pride. He felt like they'd been making some small mental errors. They cleaned those up as Barker John with the takeaway at the end line. Tries to cut it back inside, but runs out of room. And that will be a goal kick to Chitaru Dunze. Intercepted, one back by Huntsville City as the advantage played. Belize over to Bowen, back to Barker John. Shoveled back over to Casas now. Switching pass to the near side. What a touch from Barker John. Here he is now, in front. Here's Casas. Lifts it in behind. Cut back from Rose, intercepted. At Atrium Health, we don't just treat part of you, we treat all of you so you can enjoy those winning moments that matter at Atrium Health, the official healthcare partner of Charlotte FC. That ball goes rolling out. It will be a throw-in for Crown Legacy. A stoppage whistled for the moment from Joe Sergin. Tough day at the office for Crown Legacy. Playing down a man since that 29th minute. Still pressing though, looking for the goal in front. As Loda will dive on top of it. A good read from the California native Eric Loda. Leaping way off his line there. Crown Legacy coming into this match, they had wanted to control the match by dominating both boxes. Called it a key to the match, but have been unable to do that against this high-flying Huntsville offense. 40 touches inside the Crown Legacy 18-yard box so far this evening for Huntsville City. That hacked away for a Crown Legacy clearance. Conversely, just 11 for Crown Legacy. Yes, the efforts have been hampered by the fact that they are down to 10 men. But they have not been able to break Huntsville down even prior to that red card. They're struggling with ways to creatively break Huntsville down. Consecutive throws coming for Crown Legacy. It's a deflection off the defender. That long ball finds the feet of Berchamas. Here's Berchamas now, cutting to the inside, off the side netting and out. Berchamas showing off the moves here, running it down, and just stepping through to the inside of Blake Bowen. Put the shot on target though. John connecting with Mayaka. Now here's Belize. Rose pass intercepted initially, wins it back, but out of the reach of Moises Feliz. He recovers Berchamas, and there's another whistle. stretch of matches coming up for this Crown Legacy side as the calendar flips into August. FC Cincinnati 2, Inter Miami will come to town. A trip to Atlanta United 2, and a fixture with Orlando City B as well. Their upcoming 4 contests. Still trying to hang on to that final playoff spot is Gary Dicker's side. And back here by Crown Legacy. And another whistle. A stoppage whistled for from Joe Sergen, who will motion the training staff onto the pitch. Checking on the status of Philip Mayaka. He will walk over to that Huntsville side of things under his own power. Mayaka right here in the center of your screen. And as Berchamas trying to get past Philip Mayaka, little collision there as an errant hand comes up. Mayaka rejoins his team. Play back underway. Here's Moore with it. Shifting to the inside is Moore. Up ahead, Berchamas fights off a challenge. Berchamas shot stopped by Loda. Shop local, shop smart. Rugs.com, proud sponsor of Crown Legacy FC. Visit us today and bring home a winning look. Rugs.com, where every home goal starts with the perfect rug. Another save moments ago for Eric Loda, up to 4. Should this result hold, it would be the 6th clean sheet of the season for Huntsville City, back-to-back after thumping Orlando City B 4-0 in the previous match week. Chris O'Neill had said coming off that Orlando City B win was he was so proud of his team that not just the fact that they capitalized on their chances as that slid out of play by Real Gill, but also the fact that they found ways time and again to deny Orlando City B scoring opportunities, ultimately keeping them out of goal. Turned upfield, out wide. Too heavy of a touch from Gill, and it's one back by Jack Neely. Good recovery from Carmichael, able to nod that away. If this result holds, Crown Legacy for this week would be frozen on 26 points. They came into match week 21. They and FC Cincinnati 2 tied each with 26 points. Makes that fixture on the 11th of August all the more important when FC Cincinnati 2 comes to visit. FC Cincinnati 2, they take on Philadelphia Union 2 this coming weekend, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Right back into the middle. Here's Bowen from Barker John. Now back to Casas. Over to Bowen. Good ball movement. Inside. It's Gill. Blocked. Falls back to Rose. Rose wants the cross. Has it. It's headed out by Neely. Corner coming for Huntsville City. They've had no issues today drumming up set piece opportunities. This will be their 7th corner of the night. Casas steers it back into play on the short option from Veliz. Won't make its way through. Deflected off of Neely. Angling back in front of Odunze. Odunze finally able to pick it up. That Eastern Conference, especially toward the cut line, as all eyes continue looking forward to the playoffs. Orlando City V, Crown Legacy, FC Cincinnati 2, all three of those with 26 points. Just 2 points separates 12th and 7th in the Eastern Conference table. Carolina Core bolstering their playoff hopes with the upset victory against Philadelphia Union in the midweek, halting Union's unbeaten stretch of play. Here's Daniel Moore turning and shifting, laid off, it's Berchamas. Bowen will run it down, he and Berchamas battling, and ultimately a goal kick awarded to Eric Loda. For Huntsville City, this win would put them at 35 points in the Eastern Conference standings. They entered the day in 6th position in the table, and this win would surge them all the way up into alone in 3rd, just 4 points off of Philadelphia Union 2's heels. Dodging through tackles. Here's Rael Gill. Can't beat that final defender in Jack Neely. Coughed up though by Berchamas. One back. Here's Barker John. Still Barker John. Barker John tries to cut back. He goes down. No foul given. Lifted up ahead, cross blocked out by Tyshawn Rose. Still on it though, it's Crown Legacy. Rolled centrally, here's Ochegbu. Ochegbu at the last minute, a hard collision. And now a card doled out to Moises Veliz.
A yellow card has been issued to Huntsville City in the 90th minute.
Veliz shown yellow right there at the end of it. After Emmanuel Ochegbu had lost control of the ball, a collision between he and Moises Veliz, and the training staff out. We'll check on Emmanuel Ochegbu, who is back to his feet. 4th official indicating a minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time. This sets Crown Legacy up just a step outside the 18, a late set piece opportunity. They've been dangerous from free kicks, have Crown Legacy. 4 converted into goals this season. Romero and Ochegbu both over it. It's Ochegbu, sails it over the bar and out. A dominant performance on the road this evening for Chris O'Neill and Huntsville City Football Club. Seconds away from running their win streak to 3 consecutive. It'd be their 4th win in their last 5 fixtures. O'Neill and company coming in to the match week. As good as they've been all season, they really feel like these last few weeks, it's all coalescing in the right direction. They've turned a corner in all facets, continuing to find creative ways to break teams down. Conversely, staying firm and inflexible defensively, shutting the opposition down. Joe Surgan sounds the whistle. It's all final in Matthews, North Carolina. Huntsville City romping to a 4-0 victory thanks to the efforts of tonight's man of the match. He's been their talisman all season long, and he comes through again. A brace for Christian Kofi to garner man of the match honors. He started the scoring in the first half, able to complete the brace later on in the second half. Kofi with 10 on the campaign. He is firmly back in that golden boot conversation, just 4 off the pace of Sam Sarver. Christian Kofi is your man of the match, and Huntsville City are victorious on this Saturday evening from Matthews, North Carolina. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Jake Griffith. Once again, our final score, 4-0 in favor of Huntsville City. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Good night from North Carolina.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.